oh, pie's done. Pie's done. Damn it, I'm gonna have to get that countdown fixed. That ain't working right. That ain't. I'm gonna try to get that working right. I like that. I like that entry. I like the entry because it gives me a chance to do the things I need to do. I was putting on deodorant, important things. Putting on deodorant and pressing these buttons. I ain't gotta run my mouth in a minute. While people join, but I gotta get it fixed because I don't like it when the timer is up and it beeps like the pie is done. Although we are done, the pie ain't done, but we're done. And the timing is off. It doesn't give me enough time to get ready. Good morning, everybody. What is this? Keep calm, feed the wolves. No, that is not the name of this. Oh, YouTube has the wrong name of the title. Nope. The name of the title today is Who? Who? Because I think a lot of people are confused. A lot of people confused. I was looking at a lot of good stuff today. Unfortunately, we got to talk about a few things today. Who? See the owl? Isn't the owl pretty? Oh no, look at it. You see it, Laura? Isn't it pretty? Oh, the owl's pretty. Because I think, you know what? A lot of people don't know who we are. And I have to make an apology. I'm going to apologize to my Trump friends. I'm going to apologize. Not well, wait a minute. Apology is too big a word. Too big a word. I'm not going to apologize. I ain't apologize. I'm not going to apologize. I'm going to say who. I'm going to say I apologize for who. Yesterday, I forgot who we are. I realized yesterday, I was like the mainstream media. Did y'all see that? Because I'm watching the mainstream media and all they're saying is Trump, 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 Trump flicks. Everybody is talking about Trump. What Trump did, right? Like, think about it from a critical thought perspective, right? If the media agrees on one thing, they disagree on a lot of things, but they agree on this one thing, on this one issue about killing this general that apparently gets more love in Iraq and Iran than all our war criminals. Our war criminals didn't have people standing in the street. Did y'all see the stampedes? People stampeding, flipping out. Oh, they missed the guy. He's a hero. Love him to death. Love him, mama, baby, dad, all kind of crazy stuff. And y'all war criminals die. Y'all have to fake funerals. Y'all got the fake, what's a fake funeral? A FACA funeral? Y'all fake like everybody's going to miss them. And I'm like, no, that's all theatrics. Michelle Obama handing people candy. But anyway, just think about what the owl says. The owl look pretty, don't it? Yeah, look pretty to you, Lori. Look real pretty. Doesn't America look pretty, y'all? America look pretty sitting up on high. I have to apologize. I think no, dang, it's too big a word. What's like part of an apology to Trump voters? But not the majority who are like, Trump is the hero, and no, the majority who understand who owns America. Right, I got a lot of Trump voters who are they're just conspiracy theorists, and they get that the king's always got some conspiracy going, that the coffers run things, the Federal Reserve, those international bankers that tell America what wars are going into. I was a little too rough on Trump yesterday. I'm not gonna be rough on Trump today at all. You can invite to Trump. No, I'm not gonna be. Nope. I'm behind Trump from the perspective of he is doing the job of the American president. We just forgot who they are. Like the owl. Like Lori, I agree. The owl is pretty because you're not a mouse. If you're not a mouse, that's not a pretty smile. If you are like a poor country without nuclear weapons and a defensive system, America is not a pretty. You understand the job of the American president. You understand what I'm saying? The job of the American president. Because we go off on these tangents, and the mainstream media agrees with one of two things. One thing. They agree with one. No, just one or two. They agree that either he's a hero for doing what he did, because this Kola Samola Maney guy was just a bad guy. Or the other side, oh, he's a villain, and he killed and bombed somebody. They agree with that. They agree that Trump did it. Did you get that? They agree with Trump did it. And that is, to me, I think the key. I think that's the key. Anything the mainstream media puts out there, you know is a lie. You need to go the other way. You know that because you forgot who America is. I haven't forgot who we are. I forgot yesterday a little bit. Yesterday I forgot a little bit who we are. Donald Trump is doing the job of the American president, and the same did Barack Obama. They are absolutely on par, on key with what they're supposed to do. All right? The job is not for you. I forgot who We are. They're not there for us. They never have. I doubt they've ever been there for us. I always go back to 1913, 1933, but they probably never been there for us. It is not the American government's job to protect you, to love you, to give you a better life, to not go kill other people, to piss them off, to make them want to come to your country and murder you. Their job is to make money. That's their job. You don't have a president, you have a CEO. And that is one thing that some of the Trump people actually got. You do not have a president, people. You have a C, a E, and a O. Okay? None of that. There's no B in there for Bill of Rights. There's no betterment of life for you. There's no freedom and democracy in any of C. It's not even a D in CEO. There's not even a D in there. Woo! Need to know who we are. Need to know who we are. We are killers. Our industry is death and destruction, okay? That's our industry. He's doing the job. He's doing the job. Is Monsanto stock up? Okay, huh? You hear me though? Is Lockheed and Raytheon, is their stock, Are jobs coming back? Is Wall Street, the black market that makes money stealing and robbing from people all over the place, are they doing well? I gotta do a Yoda face. How does Yoda, All right, I'm sorry, I'm having a do well, are we? Make money on murder. Well, who we are. You got people who just think, and they live in a fantasy world, and they think we're the good guys. There's people live in a fantasy world, and you think America's supposed to bring peace and democracy, and it's supposed to be the world's police. I believed all that crap. That's not who we are. It's not who we're supposed to be. The American president is not their job to do what you want. It's not their job to make you feel safe at home. It's not their job to love you and build a better world for your kids. Their job is to make money for the corporation. And what are our departments? War, pharmaceuticals, chemical, I don't know, destroy the planet. We are bringers of death and destruction. It is the job of the American president to go around this world with Congress and make people hate you. Okay, that's their job. Their job is hate. If death is the industry, the job is to create hate, to get other people to hate you. These wars were called for a long time ago. We talked about it yesterday, Wesley Clark. If the wars were called for a long time ago, why is Trump even in anybody's mouth? Why is it even a name anywhere in this discussion? This man had absolutely nothing to do with this. If Bernie was in office, he'd have done it. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Woo! Oh, Lord, you didn't have too much coffee. I know, but Bofon can't say it because he ain't here because you in jail. You in jail. You in jail. No, that's wrong. We shouldn't do that. Facebook is a toy. I'll be in jail next. Y'all need to free him. Free Bofon. Man, he's just here just trying to make people laugh. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with comedy. Now, if he was being serious about booty holes, then yeah, I'd say put him in prison. But he wasn't being serious. He just made a booty cake just to be funny. He was trying to make us laugh in times of great turmoil, despair, and destruction. And everybody on Xanax and Prozac get up in the morning. Coffee don't do it no more. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? But who we are. See, we think we're a little furry, cuddly owl. We think that we're here to help children. Are we here to help children? Is that our job? We're supposed to help children. We're here to feed the world. What's America's job? But that's where people get confused. That's where I got confused yesterday. We are a war industry. Our job is war. Our job is to piss people off. And one thing about Soleimani, in which I don't know his name, unfortunately, is he was on a mission of peace. Of peace. Did y'all hear Ron Paul talk about him? I don't know who posted that. Ron Paul was talking. Ron Paul linked it to, well, he didn't link it. He just said, you know, when I hear about a guy, I can't do my Ron voice, a guy on a mission of peace and he gets murdered, I think of the first coup in America, or the latest coup in America, JFK. And you know what Ron Paul, a former sitting congressman, said? That you can't put much more evidence in the public domain to prove to you the CIA was involved in the murder of JFK. And we didn't do anything about it. We didn't do anything about it. Ain't nothing. We didn't do nothing. We didn't do anything. nailed it. So why are we surprised that this is still happening? Oh, he said it. He nailed it. Lee Camp, he did another great video. He went through the 6 things the mainstream media is not talking about when it comes to this. They missed that guy. They love that guy. He was working on some sort of peace deal between Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Iraq. And hell no, the American CEO can't have that. That's not his job. He would be in dereliction of duty if he let Americans become loved and embraced around the world. You can't let that happen. You ain't gonna make no money. Corporation ain't gonna make no money. And I'll tell you that. So those are the facts. Those are the facts. I'll give you my speculation. My speculation is it has to do with the Federal Reserve. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a brown monkey, 98% in America, stupid, indoctrinated, and I'm trying to wake up. And it's hard to do that. It's hard. Y'all think it's hard to get up in the morning? Try to wake up from indoctrination. Try to wake up from that crap. That's some crap. I was a patriot, capitalist. I was all of that stuff. But I think it's the Federal Reserve, that one leveraging point. It seems to always be the purse. The greatest men of our times have always told us the purse is what runs a nation. The purse is what runs the kingdom. The king can say anything he wants to say. If he doesn't have the ability to the money for the military to constrict the troops, they'll go Beaufort. Oh, damn it. I was talking about Beaufort. He on YouTube. Damn it. I forgot he's over there. It's to constrict Beaufort and Patricia and Lori and Kim and Susan and Adam and Travis. All they want to do is grow some food and have a farm. That's all they want to do. They don't want to go fight for the king. They don't go fight for nobody. They just want to live a life, have all of that loving and sex and all that, have some babies and stuff and sunshine in the booty holes, whatever that's called. When they put the booty hole, don't ever do that in my neighborhood. That's all they want to do. But the king doesn't have any money to pay the soldiers, then nobody goes to fight. And that's what the Federal Reserve gave us. It gave the Rothschilds or Rockefellers the ability to have endless money to pay soldiers to buy weapons to go murder all around this planet and never be questioned. Never be questioned. So, oh dang, how I get kicked out my own video? What y'all do? Y'all fake news. I didn't kick me out. I'm reading the comments here, but it's giving me the experience that y'all have sometimes. They kick me out my own daggone video. What's wrong with y'all? But that's my speculation. I'm not gonna say that I know that it to be true. What I know to be true is this was ordered a long time ago. That's what I know. And I know if you blame Donald Trump, what happens? See, if you blame Donald Trump for the problem and all you hear in the media is Trump is a hero or Trump is a villain, Trump. I'm on Trump's side right now. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm on Trump's side. He's doing his job. He's doing his job. He got half the monkeys yelling and screaming he's a hero and half the other monkeys yelling he's a villain and a demon. And y'all are gonna blame him. And his job is to take the blame. His job is to be the patsy. Why? So you blame him. So now if the problem is Trump and Trump murdered some guy and a whole bunch of people and babies and children and ducks and goats and donkeys in the building over there that they blew up on a peace mission, if he's the problem, then the solution is what? Get rid of him. And then what'd you fix? Not a damn thing. That's how it works. That's what I see. I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. But to me, I see the American president, their job is to murder people, get people around the world to hate you, make corporations big money from hating you, and be the patsy. So they can wipe them out, so they can put somebody else in. And I'm gonna tell you this, if you upset with Trump right now, you wait till who you're gonna get next. Our Hitler is coming. Our Hitler is right around that corner. And I don't know if he's gonna be a Democrat or Republican, but I know our Hitler's right around that corner. And that's how it works. You blame the messenger, not the message. You ignore Wesley Clark. Do I need to play it again? Ain't new people here. Anybody confused, doesn't understand what I'm talking about? Do you understand the rain that are coming out of my mouth? I will play the Wesley Clark video telling you that these wars were ordered a long time ago. Common sense should tell you that this has nothing to do with Trump, nor Democrats, nor Republicans. They are the patsies and the advertisement agency for corporations and banks to make big bucks. And so you keep swapping them in and out. That's what they're there for. All right. I pretty much got it out. I think that's all of it. I mean, is that it? Because I don't watch the news, but I see people posting all the time what Trump did and Trump didn't do, and Trump's a hero and Trump is a villain. If the problem is Trump and you get rid of him and you don't get rid of the people who ordered it, what do you think is going to change, dummy? Loved one, spiritual creature, godlike, amazing, wonderful person. We're just trying to wake up. I'm sitting here begging my friends in Iraq and Iran And I'm trying to tell you, hey, just give us some time, y'all. We're trying to wake people up. You just give us time. Don't be mad at the Americans. The Americans are just gaslit, indoctrinated, stupid, dumb, crazy, foul, funky, and a few other things. But we're working on them. They're just very emotional. The American monkey just tends to be a very emotional one. He's easily ramped up into nonsense. And just give us a minute. Give us a minute. We apologize for the killing of your general. We do. Most Americans don't understand who we are. Like Lori thought that was a pretty, you know why Lori thought that this was a pretty owl? And that's why I put the pretty owls. I put them there just so somebody say that. I set you up. I'm like the American government. I create ISIS and I set you up and then I'm gonna go fight ISIS. That's one of the things that Soleimani did. That's one of the reasons they loved him. He actually was fighting the CIA ISIS. He actually was fighting the war on terror. The terror that the American government created to piss you off, to scare you so they can go fight them some more. Fight their own people that they arm and pay for. I set you up. I put the pretty owls just so somebody could say that. You know, an owl is a murdery bastard. It's kind of like America. It's got a real pretty face, cute, look like all cuddly and stuff. And you know why Lori thinks it's a pretty owl? I'm not picking on Lori. I'm just making a point. He says, you know why it's cuddly? Because Lori has nuclear weapons, y'all. And Lori got yellow cake. Lori has nukes. You know what I mean by that analogy? Lori ain't scared of the owl. The owl can't do nothing to Lori. Y'all see, Lori ain't playing. Lori ain't gonna play that. Lori got a broom, a mop, something. That owl come around. She got some weapons of mass destruction. She ain't scared of that owl. She ain't looking at the talons nor the claws. She ain't looking at the Pentagon nor the robots nor the lasers or the death energy weapons. Right? She ain't scared of that owl. But the rest of the people around the world who don't have militaries are. Which means that they will arm up. Which means that they will do anything they can to fight America. You need to know who your government is, but you don't have a government. Most thing that you probably have is a rulerment. That's the closest thing you have. Owl is a murdery bastard. It has those claws for a reason, to rip the hell out of poor nations that don't have militaries to defend themselves. And that's why they hate you. They don't hate you for your freedom, dummy. You're not free. They hate you for your apathy. They hate you because you're focused on Donald Trump and he has nothing to do with the equation. If you had an equation that equaled war, no American president is in that equation anywhere, not anywhere significantly. The job description, the president don't matter. The job description is war and profit. And if they don't do the things that this Federal Reserve tells them that leverages that currency collapse, they'll collapse the currency. Leverage, power. That's what I see. Anyway, good morning. How y'all doing this morning? I didn't want to talk about war. I want to talk about war. I just don't think sometimes we have a choice because a lot of people about to get hurt because y'all still think Donald Trump runs the government. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not funny. It's not. It was kind of funny to me. I don't know. Just say it out loud. I remember Donald Trump when he was dancing in the Bobby Brown video. He was running around with Snoop Dogg and everybody else in the ghetto. Y'all like, he's racist. He's like, he's not racist. He's an actor, dummy. He's doing his job. And he's doing his job now. Yeah, I'm on it. I think I'm on his side right now. At the moment, this moment in time, I'm on his side. He did what he was told to do. And y'all can't seem to get that. Whew. Let me find a Murray Owl picture. All right, nope, I ain't looking one single comment. Because I'm pissed off. No, I'm not. I'm not pissed off. We're not that smart. Let me see. Everybody's yelling into me. I haven't watched one bit of news. I'll be honest, I don't watch it at all. I just look at your posts. I don't watch. I thank God. I'm not one of the people that tries to shame you into not watching the news. Hang on. I want you to see this. Look at that, Al. Look at that. Look at that. Look, America swooping in. I'm not a person to shame you into watching the news. I think you should watch the news because I don't want to. I think you should. I just read y'all's posts. That's all. Whew. And I got all of that just between Ron Paul and Lee Camp and a few other people's posts. Like, yeah, y'all not paying attention. Does everybody know who Wesley Clark is? I don't want to play. Hoo. That's it, Citizen Deb. Hoo. That's all you need to know. Hoo. And see, Facebook, they go Beaufont. They don't even know who Beaufont is. He's just a comedian. He's just making fun, having fun of booty with all kind of things he think is funny. That's all. Facebook doesn't know who he is. And so they threw him in print. Oh, he got a sentence. Hang on, he's talking about a sentence, y'all. Oh, what's your sentence? Got my sentence, got a sentence in Facebook prison for distributing anus berry pie in the form of a meat. I know, you're not allowed to do that. See, Beaufont, here's the problem. The problem is we're going into war. And they already know. They already have you on that list as an anti-war person. So you got thrown off of Facebook. It had nothing to do with your anusberry pie. It had nothing to do with your dingleberry goodness goodie of a nasty looking pie that anybody should ever put in their mouth. It had nothing to do with that. It had to do with the fact that they have to silence people who are anti-war in a time like this, because you might actually say what I'm saying. You might actually say a truthful thing, which is the war is a job. We're literally doing a job. We're doing a job, and people, they don't want you talking about that. They need you to be a Democrat or a Republican. They need you to love Trump or hate Trump. That's all. So they can get all these young American kids off there fighting some young Iranian and Iraqi kids for things that have absolutely nothing to do with them or America. Let me ask y'all a question. What was the last war that had any damn thing to do with any American ever? What was the last war? Has anybody got one for me? Because when I think of history, I can't think of one. What was the last war that had anything to do with America or Americans, anybody in a trailer park, a ghetto, a barrio, or a middle-class neighborhood? What's the last American war? I can't think of one. I could be wrong, but I can't think of one. All right, I'm going to read some comments. That's it. I had to get that out. That's all. I just want people to stop talking about Trump. It has nothing to do with Trump. That's the job. And if you don't change the job description of the American president, then nothing's going to change. Only your ego. I mean, you'll get an ego lift, but people are still going to be died, killed, and murdered. They're still going to go around the world killing other people, stealing their resources for big corporations through that whole economic hitman thing to create terrorism to scare you. That's all I got. I'm done. Can I go now? I just don't think we know who we are. Who we are. But we don't even know who we are on a personal level. So why do we know who we are on a national level? We don't know who we are on a personal level. Why are we even having debates and discussions and wars and conflicts and negotiations on a national level? We don't know who we are. Most people think they're Americans in America. It's the craziest thing. It's just, I'm studying people now. That's all I'm doing. I'm studying people. And I look at them and I see me from years ago. Oh, I was a proud American. I had no idea who I was. I knew nothing. We need some strong A coffee. Yes, we do, Kim, because this stuff makes you sleepy. It makes you sleepy, but this is what owls are. Owls are some murderous, killing bastards. And they fool you with that face. They got the pretty face. Look at this. Look at these claws right here. This is America. America comes in, we're going to bring you democracy and freedom. We're going to help you and free the people. And we love you. And we're going to give you some sandwiches. And they got claws and tanks. They show up to your border with tanks. They show up to your border like colonized with central banks and tanks and MRAPs and F-35 Raptors. That the owl is not there to help you. Do you know about mice? Mice do not open the door for owls. They come on in, bring us democracy. Because they're going to bring them claws with them. They bring that Rothschild banking with them. All right. Now, the owls are murdery bastards. I was trying to find a picture. I hadn't seen an owl. Late one night, I was driving, and it was the first. I had never seen an owl in my life until this was this year. It was this year, last year. I was driving late at night. There was an owl in the middle of the road. The owl was not in the middle of the road playing soccer. Not like us. Wasn't playing kickball in the middle of the road, middle of the night. It was in the middle of the road, in the middle of the night, murdering people. It was murdering somebody. Somebody was on the street. Could have been a baby. I don't know what it was. Probably was a squirrel or something. He had his claws on him, ripping stuff out, ripping guts and oil and lithium. Coal tar was flying everywhere. Do you get the analogy? We don't know who we are. All right. Good morning. Good morning, Courtney. Brother Travis is in the house. Good morning, Victoria. They don't call us the great Satan for nothing. I never exactly, Victoria, because we got bifurcated tails and horns. Blood is in the trail everywhere we walk. Good morning, Brother Mark. Good morning. Mark, what is your quote? That brother has a deep quote. He says when he served in the military, he was a, what was your quote? I mentioned your quote a few weeks ago when you said you were a low budget assassination or something. You were discount assassinated. And that's what Americans are, discount, because we don't even make them pay. We don't even make them take care of the troops. That's the sick thing. We don't even make them pay the troops a decent salary for the wars that y'all are cheering for because y'all think the president's running our country. We're cheap. We're a cheap date. We're a cheap war date. We're cheap vigilantes. That's all we are. That's all we're ever going to be if we don't actually start to wake up and talk about truthful things. Good morning, Jeannie. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Susan. Good morning, Cindy. Give up the monkey mind. I think, Victoria, that's harder to do than what we say. Like I said, it's hard to wake up in the morning. It's hard to get an American out of bed in the morning. It's hard to do that. Life is rough in forced labor colonies. But to get people to wake up from indoctrination is hard to do. I don't know how to do it. Maybe you know how to do it. All I can do is sit here and run my mouth. I have no idea how to wake. People have to want to wake up. I don't think it's like, is that Ty? What Ty say a lot? You know, good luck saving the world. Good shot. Go on, get it, baby. Go on, say the word. Let me know how it work out. Go on. Have fun storming the castle. How they do in that movie, The Princess Bride? You know, I don't think you can save people. You can't help people. I think all you can do is say truthful things. And people who have the brain capacity, and that's wrong. That's tough. All right, I'm sorry. I apologize. Can we strike that from the record? That was a little rough. That was a little aggressive. People who have the empathy and are exposed to enough information that their indoctrination is a lie, have that ability to wake up. I apologize. Sometimes I get a little rough. I don't like war. War is a bad thing. Wars, like yesterday, I was a little rough on the Trump people, but it's true. You're not fighting pedophilia and cheering war. The two go together. They go together. They're like berries and cookies and anuses and cakes and cookies and milk. That one was for Beaufort. I don't know, the brother, he just. All right. Peas and carrots. There's a whole bunch of things that go together. Pedophilia and war, they go right together. Human trafficking and war, they're buddies and homies. Sex trafficking and war, thumbs up. So you're not fighting the deep state. You're not helping children with war. It's just not happening. I've never seen that happen in my lifetime. Good morning, Sharon. What else y'all got? Netanyahu ordered Iraq and Iran on video. Did he, K? Netanyahu ordered it on video because Netanyahu, he thug life. He don't even care. Netanyahu, he kind of like Nino Brown to a degree. He like Nino Brown Zionist. He doesn't really care. He'd just say anything right on there. He'd just say it right out there. He doesn't care. He's like, I own America. Didn't they catch him on Americans, listen to me. They caught him on film saying some horrible things about y'all. They did. They caught him, it was a video. He was just basically talking about just calling you stupid and dumb and ignorant and he said that we can use the Americans to do anything we want, stuff like that. All right. So anyway, that's my point. It got nothing to do with it. That guy had nothing to do with it. But Netanyahu doesn't surprise me. Once again, the links between central banking, Rothschild family, and the Zionists, not the Jews, but the Zionists, they had very tight links there. They're very tight links there. So that wouldn't surprise me one bit. He just came out and said what he wanted to say. Yes, Victoria, the pawns. Absolutely. Pawns. Presidents are pawns. Congressmen are pawns. Senators are pawns. We literally do not have a federal government. Please stop acting like we do. We do not. Let me see. Never mentioned pie on Facebook. Well, Lori, there's a couple of things you can't mention on Facebook. Was it pie and what's that thing y'all keep saying look like a ding-a-ling? The eggplant. You can't mention that because that's sexual harassment on Facebook because that's just where we are in this world. It's like breaking news. Trump took a dump. I repeat, Trump took a dump. That's what happens, Kim. That is it. That's it. That's all I see popping. The pop-ups constantly. Trump this, Trump that, Trump that, Trump that. And I'm like, people obviously has nothing to do with Trump. They just got another fall guy, like Obama. Obama did his job. They say the guy's a billionaire now. Trump will be the next billionaire. Anybody that's good enough to fool Americans, you're gonna make a lot of money. If you were born and you got a baby, a child, little baby thing, toddler, and it look good, it's good at fooling Americans, you need to send them into office. They're gonna do well. They're gonna do well. They're gonna be billionaires. You're gonna have a great retirement. Like, stop raising your babies to grow up to be cowboys. They don't make enough money. Raise them up to be presidents and congressmen. They're gonna make a lot of money because Americans, the education system has done its job. That's another who. That's another who. American education system, that's the job, is to make you stupid. Unfortunately, the job is to make you an American. People, how Carlin said, people just smart enough to run machines, but dumb enough to question why. Absolutely. Stop going after the messenger. Stop being a dog attacking the mail. Get that mailman. Stop attacking the mail. It's like, all right, here's an example. Pharmaceutical industry. Pharmaceutical industry. Oh, and police. This is another one with police. Like the police to the police state are what doctors are to the pharmaceutical industry. Like, how do you solve a problem? When your doctor, I don't know, they give you a medication and it make your foot turn blue and your ear green, and grows an extra nipple right here. Do you get mad at the doctor? You get mad at the doctor and you, doctor, you done made this drug and I got nipples on my forehead, now I got milk dripping in my eyes. I can't even see. Do you go after the doctor or do you go after the pharmaceutical company? Which one? I mean, these are basic things. Okay, right. You go after the pharmaceutical industry. Why? They made the drugs. Okay, with the police, let's do it again. When the police shoot some poor little kid on the street, do you go after the police or do you target the police state? Which one? That's right, the police. You go after the police because that's going. That's exactly what people are doing. They go, yeah, we gotta get the police. Do you see the analogy there? Blaming the messenger, not the actual message. The message came from the police state. That's why I don't get involved. That's why I don't protest. That's why I sit back and I watch monkeys in the street yelling and screaming with signs that don't make no sense. They look like I wrote them. You ain't got bad grammar and misspelling. Same thing with war. When your nation is being tempted into a war, ignore the messenger. That is a patsy. The people who make billions and trillions of dollars in war don't ever go on TV. They damn sure don't run for government. Go after the people who created the product called war. Murdering another nation, stealing their oil, their resources, their mineral, their tin, their coltan, their uranium, because that's how you fix the problem. Constantly blaming the messenger doesn't do anything but help the message. I've decided so many things from my life that I don't feel are healthy. Yes, Susan, remove things that are healthy from your life. Absolutely. I removed most of the gluten. I removed a lot of Twinkies. I'm not gonna say all of it, but I got rid of a bunch of the Twinkies. I put smoothies in my life. I've gotten the federal government out of my life. I've gotten the Federal Reserve. Politics is no longer in my life. I drink smoothies. I eat basil and pesto and healthy raw. I don't eat any meat. I drink very little milk, no cheese, because that was works for me. And everybody got to do what works for you. But I don't do politics. I laugh at politics. Politics is it's all patsyism. It's all patsies. It's just, you got to get the unhealthy things out your life or you're going to end up with a disease called mental illness. And then we're going to laugh at y'all on Facebook. We're not laughing at you. We're just trying to say that the owl has claws for a reason. That if the Pentagon was for national defense, it would not have offensive capabilities. Okay, right? If the owl was for defense, the owl would be cuddly and warm and just sit there with his mouth open and just take food. That's the analogy. We don't know who we are. Whoo! You got to know who you are. If you don't know who you are, shut up. Love you. Sit down. All right, I'm gonna read comments. Yesterday was fun. I was gonna read some comments. I don't want to watch the news though, because I haven't watched one bit of it, and I still don't want to watch it. I like commentary from it, that's all. Facebook allows for side conversations and emotion reactions to what people say in the chat, which makes people able to become more connected and interactive even after the stream is over. Absolutely, absolutely. The Facebook likes sides. That because once again, economics, they like the sides. As long as you're on a side that is based in conflict, that's the key. A side that's based in conflict, they make money. Why? Because that's what social media makes money on. People logging onto their platform, right? So what do they want? They want people on their platform fussing and fighting. They need sides based in conflict, which means that if you are anti-war, you're all about peace, leave the children alone, sex trafficking is a bad idea, pedophilia and war, it means that you agree with everybody, which means you don't really have, I guess that could be a side, but you don't have a side of conflict. They need more conflict. The more conflict, the more people log on. The more they're arguing, fussing, and fighting, the more advertising dollars they sell. That simply is, like Facebook's not pro-war. I don't talk about Facebook. It has nothing to do with Facebook. Because once again, Facebook is a messenger too, not the messenger. Facebook didn't write the message. They're just a messenger, like YouTube and Google and all the rest of social media. When do we log in? We log in when somebody replies to our comment because we need to fight them. And they know that, and they play that. When do Americans cheer for war? Oh, when somebody's coming after us, right? When somebody's burning a flag or doing something that they probably should do. That's when we get upset, and we don't stop and ask the question, well, wait a minute. Well, why are they burning the flag? What are we doing? We dropping buildings on their babies? Oh yeah, that might make me burn the flag too. But these are just industries. And this is why Bob Marley was such a genius. Focus on the system. The model is the problem. Ignore the emotions. War on Christmas. Yes, die war 365 days of the year. War on Christmas, I don't know. Maybe they make more money for dropping bombs on Christmas. Somebody said that's a strategy. They said that every time the holidays come up, they act up even more because Americans aren't paying attention. They're all buying slave goodies from the black market called Wall Street. This thing is Trump. Wait a minute. This thing is Trump loves following orders, even if they are evil. He wants to look tough. Boy, this is true. Okay, I agree with that. Absolutely, Yvonne. He does. He's a tough guy. He's soft and jiggly, but he's a tough guy. He is a tough guy. He's one of the social media tough guys. He'll talk all kind of trash on social media. And I'm not hitting Trump. Don't get mad at me. I ain't hitting Trump. I'm just telling you who he is, and you know who he is. Let's not pretend we don't know who Donald Trump is. Stop it. We all grew up together. Stop it. You let the kids, the young people fight and fuss about who they think it. We grew up. We know who he is, okay? He's a multi-millionaire criminal crook, all right? We know all the multi-millionaires are criminal crooks, unfortunately. They stole a lot of money from a lot of people. We know who he is. But he's a showman. But, all right, now I hit him kind of hard now because I hit him hard. Now I'm going to hit him nice. But he is an upgrade. See, Donald Trump, when I look at Donald Trump, I judge him. Yes, I do. I'll admit. I'm trying not to. I judge everybody. I'm not supposed to, but I'm getting better. I don't judge people the way I used to. And I think, you know what? I'm kind of a nicer than Trump. I'm like nice to people. I take care of people. I give them that. If I got it and they need it, I give it to them. They need my time, I give it to them. They need some money. If I got some of that, it's pretty short. I give it to them. I look out for people. But Trump doesn't do that. He's a monster. But I'm going to be honest with you. I think about it from this perspective. Think about Trump's father and Trump. Seeing how y'all want to talk about Trump. Is Trump an upgrade from his father? His father was flaming KKK, hated women, hated his wife, whatever, all of that stuff people talk about is, you don't really know what's true. When you look at him, is his father happy with him or his father upset with him? Running around cheering for black people on Black People Day. What's Black People Day? Black People Day coming up in February? No, I'm sorry, it's Black People Month. I'm sorry, I don't do the races, y'all. I'm not in that game. I don't play that video game no more. I'm done with that. I'm a Moor. I'm a part of the original people. We all connected to everybody on this planet. He's an upgrade from his father. He's an upgrade. And so we can definitely judge people from our privileged area. See, Trump, I guess, didn't have a mommy and a daddy. I had a mommy and a daddy. And I had food and water, not as much as he had because his daddy was a millionaire. But they loved me. I wonder if his father loved him. But he's an upgrade. But I think he's doing what he's supposed to do. The point I'm making is we need to focus on us. All right. But what I do know is he's a showman. He loves it when the crowd claps. He loves that. He got that psychopathic thing going, and it's not his fault. Not judging him, but that's just where he comes from. I don't think you can be born into a millionaire single man's family and not become a little bit in the warrior gene area. You got to have the mommy and the daddy. And that was actually one thing that the neuroscientist said. James Fallon. One thing he said just the absence of a mother can turn those warrior genes on, or turn some of them on. So he is who he's supposed to be. He is who he's supposed to be. I'm not blaming him at all. I'm not judging him in that degree. The job of the president is to kill people and make money for the corporation because they're not presidents, they're CEOs. And that's what he's doing. And that's what Obama did. So I'm Trump agnostic. That's the word. That's the word. Maybe that's the word. Maybe that's why I got Trump friends. I'm Trump agnostic. I don't believe you in the media when you start saying that he's doing this, that, or the other. The job of the American president is what he's doing. And every president does it. And the ones who don't do it, they end up with JFK, like Ron Paul said. If you don't do the job of the CEO, making money for big corporations, poisoning the Americans, stealing their children, throwing them in prison, creating more laws, and blowing up other nations, creating terrorism. If you're not doing that job, they kill you. They send another department after you called the CIA, FBI, and all the other agencies we don't know the name of. Travis said, fudge Trump. Don't apologize to those turds. Well, Travis, I'm in a different space, brother. I'm trying to solve some problems here. And I know if I say fudge them, that's not going to solve anything. That's going to make them upset. When you get them upset, then they say things to the other side, and then they get upset. And then they say something to the other side, and they get upset. And we did this in high school. Y'all remember in high school? Used to get upset. Did y'all do this when you get upset and you got two guys, y'all about to fight, y'all this, that, and your mama this, and your daddy that, whatever. And we put our shoulders on each other, and we start walking in circles. Nobody throw a punch, but we just like building up the aggression, and the crowd started yelling and stuff because you don't want to fight, and that's why you're walking in a circle, y'all pushing each other's shoulders. This is what we did as monkey children, y'all. This is what we did. Y'all probably didn't do it. This is what we did in the Washington, D.C. area. And finally, enough people yelling things. He said your mama said stink. He said your mama this, that. And finally, you hear something. He said your mama fat. You know your mama fat. You get a little upset. You said my mama fat. You shut up. Right? So I don't want to play into that. I don't want to play into that. That's all I'm saying, Travis. I'm a little too old anymore. I get how the system is played. I get that the Trump voters think they're right, like the Trump haters think they're right. And for the most part, they're right. They know they're right. From their experience and the data they have, the lives they've led, they're correct. Everybody thinks they're correct. So I don't want to say anything that kind of pushes people away. Now's the time to talk, people. Now's the time to try to bring people in. We need to bring people in and have discussions and conversations and act like adults now. I think now's about the time. Grab them panty drawers and drawers and pull them things up. Like the mama drawer. Y'all know the mama drawer. You know the grandmama drawer. Whoever made grandmama drawers, and why would y'all do that? Do they make them big so to go over your stomach and it'll just stay up or something because the elastic don't work? Like, where does that even come? All right, that's the wrong discussion. I just don't get it. I know right now somebody looking down like, I got grandmama drawers on. You don't like grandmama drawers. I don't like granddaddy drawers too. This had nothing to do with grandmommy, granddaddy. I just don't understand the philosophy. The older you get, we got Viagra now. You can be in your 70s, 80s, getting your freak on, doing what you need to do. You can have nice, pretty grandmama drawers. You can have a little sexy, little strap in the butt cheek. You can have that. Little cuts in the briefs and granddaddy drawers where you can kind of see a little something like, ooh, grandmama and granddaddy kind of get it going. We can do this now. We live longer. All right, I don't even know how we got there. I have no idea. But it's time to pull your pants up, right? It's time for us to be adults. Pull them up. We need to act like we got it together. We can get it together. That's what we need to act like. Good morning, Fadia. Good morning, Patricia Hauser. Yep, Netanyahu running his mouth over. It panned up too fast, sis. I was trying to read it. It just went too fast for me. Not as fast as I used to be. Breaking news. Trump took a dump. Oh, okay, that's another one. Yes, Susan. We said that one. Susan, politicians are pawns and we aren't even on the board. That's it, Susan. It's a big club. We ain't in it and the politicians ain't in it either. And I don't even, Susan, you need to do some damn live streams. I don't really get that. She's saying one sentence. It took me 45 minutes to say. It's a big club. Your politician is not in it. None of this has anything to do with Trump at all. Leave it alone. I don't care if you hate him. I don't care if you love him. Let's fix a problem. The problem is the job of the U.S. president is to make people hate you. And hate ain't great. Hate is a bad idea to leave to the next generation. That is their job. Focus on the job description. We need to fix the job of the American president, no longer working for corporations. Right? If I were Trump, all right, here's the thing. And yeah, y'all can go ahead and say, he's a black man. He said if he was Trump, he'd do what Trump doing. Yes, I'm saying that. That's exactly what I do. It's exactly what I do. I was Trump, because I got to bring my Trump friends back closer. I pushed him kind of hard yesterday. If I was Trump, I'd be doing exactly what he's doing. I've said that before, though. Why? Well, because my population is ignorant. They're going to get me killed. I ain't going to let y'all get me killed. Hell no. I Democrat or Republican. I agree with them. I would, hell no. I'm going to stand up to banks and corporations, pharmaceutical industries that killed Dr. Sebi and all them doctors just falling off because they like growing some herbs and giving them to people and healing their tummy aches and stuff. They kill people for stuff like that. What they going to do to American president to stand up for the American people that had no idea who they are? No. Oh, I'd be in bed with the banks. I do everything Obama did. I'd be right when I'd be like NDAA. I got the right to kill people, and I do all of it. And I would just sit there. Y'all tell me what to do. I got two phones. Got the American people and got corporations and banks, right? And the American people, they all fighting each other. They like fighting over tiddlywinks and borders and health cares and like all this other meaningless stuff that isn't like involved in mass murder. They ain't paying me. They ain't doing nothing. They're not going to like stop voting for me because I don't do what they want. So I don't really care about that phone. That phone ring, I ain't going to pick it up. It's the American people. The president, the American people, mine's too. I'm like, I ain't picking that phone. They ain't got no money. They ain't got no money. They ain't got no power. Why am I going to talk to the American people as a president? I don't talk to them. They're going to give me, what you got on my campaign? Huh? What you got on my campaign? I need to continue this 4 more years. What the American people, they're going to vote for me no matter what. They hate the Democrats. If I was Republican, they hate the Democrats. Why I gotta do anything for them? Shoot, I ain't gotta do nothing for them. They're gonna vote for me no matter what. Same thing with the Democrats. Why would they do anything? Why would Obama do anything for you? Why would he help you with anything? Why would he pick the phone up? You're not gonna stop voting. So by default, I'm gonna pick up the phone when the corporations call. The pharmaceutical industry call them, the ones that's poisoning you and causing Alzheimer's and autism and cancer and everything else that they're called. Soon as that phone ring, I ain't gonna let it ring. Is that Brother Chris? I ain't gonna let it ring. You know how like when you think about somebody about to call you, you pick the phone up and it's them on the line and it didn't even ring. That's how it be. If the war industry, Raytheon's going, we need to call President Gerard. Let's dial his number. Mr. President? Oh, damn it. How you here already? Oh, I knew y'all was calling. Y'all, what y'all got on my campaign? I need another job. No, I ain't gonna stand for American people. Hell no. Hell no. They don't stand up for themselves. Why would I stand up for them? That's stupid. That's stupid. Don't expect something from your American president CEO thing that you wouldn't expect from yourself. Would you stand up? Would you stand up to central bankers, pharmaceutical industry, CIAs, Homeland Securities, FBIs, and some killer death robots? You're going to stand up to all of them, and you're going to stand up to North Korea, and you're going to stand up to Putin, and you're going to stand up to Iran and Iraq, and everybody else that hates you from the mess that you need. You're going to stand up to all them people in this world where everybody got guns. And you ain't got no bodyguards. You got about, how many presidents got? Like 7? You're going to stand up to almost 7 billion people, 700,000 military trained people with guns and grenades and bombs and bullets. And you're going to stand up to them for American people and they ain't got no sense of themselves. They over there fighting over ego in politics. Hell no. All right, I'm done. I had to get that out. No, I ain't going to stand up for y'all. You going to stand up for yourself. Why would you stand up for people who don't even stand up for themselves? They don't even know who they are. They're still fighting over their skin colors. No, McDonald's called me. I'm picking the phone up. What you need, Mac? Hey, gotcha, clown. What you need? Oh, we need to sell some burgers, but they've got poisons in them. They're going to cause carcinogen. They're going to give a lot of people cancer. That's okay, because I got the pharmaceutical industry on the other line. So you sell the burgers and you not treat the problems. All right, I got you. Okay, yeah, all right. But then he said, well, he was going to create mental illness. Well, that's okay. I got the war people on the other side. Raytheon, y'all need to sell some missiles. We're going to get some mentally ill people, put them in war. You can do the draft. Don't go do it because they're crazy as all hell. They want to kill people. I get all the industry. I answer this. All right, I'm done. But that's the job of the CEO. That's his job. That's his job. The problem is not the president, it's the system. Good morning, Josh. Good morning, Lawrence. All right, whew, that was a lot. Unfortunately, I think Americans always cheer for the war. It shows patriotism, strength, and all the other bullshit. Yes, Sandra, you're right. Which is why I tell people, dodge that draft, baby. If the draft comes down, the draft is like a lemon. Like, when you know, like I said yesterday, y'all don't get upset with me if you want to. Because if I heard this like 15 years ago, like, who is that traitor? And then I learned how to read. And I started reading laws. Oh, Lord, don't read the laws unless you want to know how your world really works. You see, if this is the draft and you see it coming and you know that you actually don't have any say in your government, that your government doesn't respect your constitution, your Bill of Rights, your flag, your nothing, they piss on it and burn it, and then they hire people and piss them off, steal their land so they'll piss on it and they burn it. Ask your question, why does everybody hate you? When that draft is coming, it's like a lemon, duck, dodge, do the matrix, anything. When you see them drafts coming, do like this, whoa, hey, nope, you ain't gonna get me. Oh, no. No. You're a coward if you dodge the draft. You know what? You're a coward if you go sign up. That's what cowards do. Why? Because you're getting the biggest military weapon, all the everything to go off and kill poor people that got rocks and live in caves. You stand up to the American government and say, hell no, I ain't gonna work for you. That's what patriots do. That's what people with real warrior abilities do. You stand up to the biggest, most militarized, murderous government dropping buildings on babies. You stand up to them. That's what you do. Try to be a patriot to the human race, ever. Don't be a patriot to symbols. As George Carlin said, symbols are for the symbol-minded. Real talk. Good morning, Emma. No one has that kind of debt without being in debt. That's right, brother Mark. I have no idea what you're saying, brother, but I'm with you. I'm in behind the comments. How do you solve a problem like Maria? Is all I heard of. How do you solve a problem like Maria? Who's Maria, citizen dad? What are we talking about? Farmer has the money to settle class action lawsuits. Right, Lori, because they got databases. I'm telling y'all a secret. I'm telling y'all a little insider industry secret. Because I worked in IT for those bastards. Those bastards got databases upon databases for all the lawsuits they always have going. People are going against the pharmaceutical industry at all times, and they don't give two damns. They actually bake that in the price. Okay? When they make these synthetic drugs that kill people, that cause all kind of problems in your body, that you call side effects, that are just effects of you putting synthetic things in your body that don't belong in there, instead of the herbs that they looked at in nature and realized that the herb could help you, wouldn't cause any side effects, and they synthesize a compound to look like that compound, but it'll kill you as a side effect and give you bloody anus and bleedy eyes and nipples on your ears. Like, this is how criminal they are. They'll determine, well, 5% of the population is going to get an extra anus on the butt cheek, the 5% and 2% going to get a nipple on the nose, and 8% is going to die. Some of them might get some cancer. All right, well, how much is it going to cost? We put this much into the research, this many people going to die, this many lawsuits, this many people probably won't even figure it out because they don't even know how to read. They're Americans and they just believe all this crap. So, so the price of the drug is going to be X. And they make sure to say they don't care. Like we're going to get back at the pharmaceutical industry because they gave me an extra anus. They don't really care. They're laughing. It's like, yeah, it's baked into the price. People are buying the Viagra, so, why do we even care? We don't care. They saw you. That's what I'm saying. It's the system, y'all. It's the system. The pharmaceutical industry is full of a lot of great people. A lot of great people. The war industry is full of a lot of great people. Homeland Security, FBI. You know what? I'm going to go out on a ledge. I might probably fall and hurt something, but I would dare say the Senate and the Congress. I'm not even sure I can say that. I'm pretty sure. I'm just kind of low on my plausibility scale, but I'm pretty sure there's some good people in Congress too. I'm sure there are. I'm sure they mean, you know what? No. I'm gonna go strong on that one. I'm pull up. I'm go strong. There are very good people in Congress. Very good people. Very good people in the U.S. government. Very good people. Very. No, stop it. Stop laughing for real. Seriously. There are. Here's my evidence. This is what I was thinking about when I was saying that. I was thinking about the congressmen that I've met and congresswomen who told me the truth. Sat there right in my face and told me, don't even worry about the politics. It's all an act. Don't even worry about it. Just don't even worry about it. The representatives I've talked to, the ones who've said just very powerful things about the tops of the parties and how dirty and corrupt they are working together. And anytime on the lower levels, they try to work together and it goes against what they're taking as campaign contributions on the top level or the narrative of controlled opposition, that they shut them down. I know they're good congressmen. I know they are. They're just not employed. That's it. They're not employed. When they get out to tell you the truth, it's like the FBI. When people get out of the FBI, they tell you the truth about the FBI. When people get out of Homeland Security, they tell you the truth about Homeland Security. When you get out of McDonald's, they'll tell you the truth about McDonald's. Like, I think how it works on our level is how it works on their level. Do you tell the truth about your boss? Where you work? Where you work at? What y'all do? Somebody tell me what you do. You accountant? Are you an accountant? You gonna tell me the truth about the IRS? Or you gonna keep lying for them, stealing my money, embezzling, doing my taxes? You gonna keep doing it because that's what puts biscuits on your table. Same thing with them. I think when people leave, and that's when they become whistleblowers. There's good people everywhere, and that's the greatest thing we got going for us is we got good people everywhere. We're just scared. We're scared. That's what it is. We're scared. Yeah, you scared too, because if you was president, you just said you wouldn't do nothing for us. Yes, I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm gonna tell you what my first professor told me. Well, I don't know if he was the first one. He actually was the first one I remember, because the rest of them were like, like I said, you remember the teachers that actually were passionate and told you some truthful things? He was my African American history studies teacher. And we were talking about fighting the power, because we were emboldened in my school. I went to a traditionally black school. People say, what? You went to a traditionally black college? How does that happen? You don't believe that's black? You don't believe that's African American? You say that we're beasts of burden. And you went to a black college? Yeah, I did. I paid attention. All right. I didn't drink too much of the Mad Dog 2020 and the Old E. After my second year, I started paying attention. We are all beasts of burden. We were made by Rome and Babylon. But the first thing he told me, he started telling us about how every phone call in America is recorded and has been since the late 60s or 70s that he worked for as a contractor. I'm not trying to get nobody in trouble. But he worked under that base in Quantico, Virginia, where they got 2 miles of data center where they just record every damn phone call in this country, which is why they got the Martin Luther King phone calls and the JFK phone calls. They got it all. They've been recording y'all silly monkeys from the very beginning. Edward Snowden told you what was happening 30 years ago, maybe 50 years ago. None of that is new. And then we said, well, I was about to say his name. I was about to mess up. We said, Dr. Johnson. Like I said, I got to change his name. I'm not trying to get nobody killed. Dr. Johnson, you scared? Because we were emboldened. I don't know who I'm talking to. I think I'm talking to Chris. I forgot who said that. Dr. Johnson, you scared? You won't even stand up. And he looked right back at this is a big dude. I mean, he had muscles and elbows and stuff. He's a big dude, big neck. And he said, you're damn right I'm scared. You have no idea who you're dealing with. Hell yeah, I'm scared. He said, I ain't doing none of that. I'll teach. I ain't standing up. Same thing I do as president. Not messing with you. You don't mess around with people who destroy nations. People who destroy nations. We live in a country. What was that quote from a few years ago? I don't know how these things come in my head. Like you're worried about somebody shooting up schools and you got a CIA that shoots up nations. I mean, they burn down entire nations full of people. We have people just crazy and just out there in terms of their thought and their critical thought. You don't stand up for people like that. People like that you either talk to or you give them a sofa to lay on in a padded room, nice, clean, white, straight jacket or something, and some crackers. And you talk to them. Why are you worried about people like you? A mass shooting happens, they're marching in the street. We about to start a war with 3 sovereign nations that have advanced militaries, and one of them has a defense pact with Russia. With Russia with the nukes that go underwater, the supersonic nukes that go underwater. Now I don't even know how fast supersonic is, but damn it, I know I can't run that fast. Not in no water, not even on land. Why do you want to start with them? That makes no sense to me. That's just crazy. All right. Whew. All right, I'm done. Thou shalt not kill. Isn't that funny, Kai? K post thou shalt not kill. Well, don't tell the Christians though. Don't let them. No, don't tell them that. Don't tell the Zionists. I guess we got to be fair though. We got to be fair because we delineate the difference between Zionists and Jews. And then you got the people who call themselves Christians, but they believe in thou shalt kill, thou shalt murder, thou shalt steal, thou shalt covet the oil and covet the lithium. So we need a name, and I don't have a good name for the Christians that just don't believe anything Christ taught at all. Zero. All they need is a flag or something, and they hell no, we ain't following that. That's Christ stuff. We Christian. We ain't gonna do none of that. We need a name to delineate. I just don't have it. Maybe Christians, like fake Christians, Christians or something. I don't know. We need a name. I'm glad the designers and Jews are delineated and educated people know the difference. We need to figure this out with Christians. I used to call them Westboro Baptist Church. Tally Christians, Tally, because you got the Taliban. They're just, I guess, Antichrist or whatever. All right, anyway. How did the sound of music get in here? You hear music, Patricia? If you hear music, they got a drug for that. It's America. We got a drug for everything. If you're hearing music ringing in your ears, I don't know, you're seeing things, somebody trying to tell you that America isn't run by American politicians, they got a drug for that. They got a drug for that. Ooh, all kinds of pork baked in, Gerard. Yeah, well, that's what they do with the laws. But the problem is, Susan, people don't read the laws. My biggest problem is I actually read the laws. I don't vote for legislators. I read the laws, and that's why I don't vote for legislators. I read the laws. And people won't read them, Susan. I was reading the Federal Reserve. I had to go back and refresh myself, and I read the Federal Reserve Act. I couldn't read the whole thing. It's 113 pages, but I read enough of it to solidify my points. Because like you read a lot of things, you do a lot of research, you come to certain stances, but there's so much corruption in America. There's so many lies. The bull is piled just so deep and thick and dense that you can't remember it all. So I knew the Federal Reserve was running everything, but I had to go back and read it. So I went back and read it, and about the stock parks and how J.P. Morgan required the stock purchases for the 12 banks that are behind the Federal Reserve Bank so they could own America and have leverage. So international bankers or international corporations can invest in banks that buy Federal Reserve stock. So colluding and owning America. And that's how they can threaten the American politicians with collapsing the currency, so they can tell them what wars and who they got to assassinate and when, all of that great stuff. They can tell them the whole Wesley Clark get up. Is I sent the link to this person. she refused to read it. They don't read it. People have their own little indoctrination lie thing, and their whole lifestyle and the bases and their stances and their posts and their comments are all based in that. And they don't want to be wrong. And they won't read the laws. Hell no, they will not read the laws. Dang it, I wanted to get to the news. I was hoping to get to the news. We didn't have a chance to do that. All right, I'm gonna do some more comments. How we got here? Hey, I'm in slavery, y'all. I can't be yelling scream. Boss come through that door. Hell no. Oh no. Boss, then you start seeing some whips flying through the air, cotton, my bag go flying, all this. Because I live in a forced labor colony. It's called America. Slavery never ended. Like George Carlin said, I'm a horrible American because I like to read and think for myself. I'm a horrible American. I'm a great neighbor, though. I'm a great neighbor to have. If you live in my land, I'm a great landsman. I don't know what a countryman is. I don't think countries exist, but I'm a great landsman. I help you out, build your house, work with you in your garden, share some tools, things like that. But as far as being American, I don't think America exists. I think if politicians gave up on the belief in America, they gave up on the existence of it, they stopped following the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, they don't give two damns about the people, then why in the world would I be cheering America anymore? Why would those words even come out of my mouth? If the people who are said on TV to run it don't give two damns about it, people starving and dying, living under caves in San Francisco, New York City, got pool maps in San Francisco, single moms don't even have rice to give their children. You got the American government sending billions of dollars overseas to give to everybody else, to start more wars, to cause more problems, to get more people to hate us. If they gave up on America, why would you continue to cheer it? I'm a bad American. I just don't believe in countries. If the central banks got so good at this that they literally own every damn country, why in the world would I be stupid enough to keep cheering and screaming for a flag that has no power? For people who don't even want rights. I'm not an American. I'm not at all. I used to be. Now I haven't figured it out. No, not at all. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for kid games. I don't have time for fantasies. I like real things. I like the real world. If the people who run it don't believe in it and obviously don't give two damns about it, bipartisan, nah. Start all over. Hit the reset button. I'll be all for states' rights. I'll all be for states and a constitutional convention and direct democracy. I'll be all for all of that. Just continue constantly cheering for this love, hate the president, and you don't even know who they are. You've never read the job description. Ain't never read a law in your life, and the politicians don't even read the laws. It's gotten so bad now. It's just, what's the point? What's the point? I'd rather sit here and laugh at it, but I ain't gonna engage. I don't believe in Fantasia no more. Me and my brother Gown. Oh yes, brother Gown. I miss brother Gown. Used to listen to that album on repeat when we were very young. All right. Y'all don't mess around with Jim. Oh yeah, I know the song you're talking about. That's right. I remember that song. My mom used to listen to it. Thou shalt make anus berry pies. That's more important than anything in the news. Was Beaufont's anus berry pie, and he got thrown off of Facebook. But don't ever eat from potlucks, y'all. Don't do that. I show you the picture because y'all don't even know what I'm talking about unless you're on my Facebook. I can't even show the picture because they're throwing people off of Facebook for it now. Teach yoga. Yes. Good morning, brother Adrian and Desiree. Teach yoga. Yoga is the way. Yoga is the way, Desiree. And you know, I never thought yoga was what yoga was until I was educated. I thought yoga was like putting yourself in a pretzel till you fart. That's that's what I thought yoga was. I thought, what is yoga? Yoga is when you hurt yourself. Yoga is when you get all these people together and and the few of the guys that y'all forced to go because they didn't want to go, the husbands and boyfriends, and they got on the jogging pants or something, and everybody else in the yoga outfits, and all the women knew. They knew ahead of time. They checked what they ate for lunch. They didn't eat no cheese and milk and meat. They just ate a little salad or something, a little light, something to use the bathroom ahead of time. Yoga is when they get together and all the guys start doing it. Because this is why I don't do yoga in groups. I am an anti-yoga and grouper. I don't. I know you do, Desiree, because you got the crew together, the ladies, and they all understand what they're supposed to do. I get there and there's always, okay, it's bring your boyfriend, your husband, your friend night. And I'm there and I'm always behind the boyfriend, the husband, or the friend. And they start doing that pretzel thing and the stomach crunch up and I thought that was yoga. That's not yoga. Yoga means oneness. Oneness, like becoming one. And we need to practice yoga all day. I totally agree with you. All day long. Not fart yoga, but and you do poses to help people attain that oneness, right? Become one with their surroundings, right? We need to become all sensing. We need to become universal sensing. We need to sense the people in Iran, sense the people in Iraq, sense the people in Russia, sense the people in Yemen, sense the people all over, sense the people in Latin America, where they're making more terrorists because they won't ever let them have a government because they like to take care of their people. They like to set up their own governments. Become all sensing across that whole white, black nonsense and Christian, Muslim nonsense. Become all sensing and actually do what those gods told you to do. We need to practice yoga all day long. You know, yoga is a lifestyle of oneness. And also using the bathroom before you come to bring your boyfriend night. It's both, all of that. Absolutely, totally agree. We need to be teaching yoga in schools. Not just the yoga, not just American yoga, but teaching the kids that they're one. They're a part of a world community and they need to act like it, that they're not Americans. I don't believe in indoctrination. You teach the children that they are part of an earth community where we will remain America, destroyer of worlds, because that's who we are. And that's what will happen if we don't change, because nobody's driving. It's like we're in that psycho car. Y'all used to do the thing with the psycho car. I haven't ridden in her car in a while. I should ride in her car soon. Nobody's driving. Like, I don't believe there's a mastermind anywhere driving any of this. I just think that you have a lot of very, very greedy, wealthy 0.01%. They own big corporations and holding companies and banks, and they're all fighting for power and control. And the one thing they agree with is that they will stay in control. Let's find this picture. Nobody's driving the car. The car is being driven by a system. It's being driven by greed. Let me see. I think, you know what? Was that the movie? The Birds or Psycho? Was it The Birds? No. The look in her face. Y'all know what I'm talking about? What's the movie? The Psycho? Psycho driving the car. Some searches. I'm sure this picture. Nobody's driving America. We need to stop blaming the person in the front seat. Ain't nobody driving. I can't find it. I know what I'm talking about. Psycho. I used to have that picture. I don't see it. don't see it at all. Oh, but I see a picture I want to show. I love image search on Google. You see all kind of fun stuff. I like this. Look at this right here. I like this picture. Pictures like, yeah, pictures 1,000 words. 1,000 words. You know, I see this picture right here. They're like, get the guns, stop the guns. No. I see a big brother guarding his little sister. I see our generation guarding the next generation. I see we need to step it up. We need to step it up. We need to hand the next generation a world better than the crap sandwich we got, and the crap sandwich we helped make crappier. We need to stop with the Amesbury cakes. We need to hand down some, I don't know, blueberry pie or something. We don't need to keep handing down Amesbury pie. All right. Oh, dang it, I just saw a good quote. I think that came from Ty. All right, it's going too fast. I gotta get out of here. Let me see. Friedhelm said there's no difference. It's all Jewish propaganda, BS, Christianity, Judaism alike. Well, all religions they have modified text. They don't want to believe it, but they do. The kings modified all the text. The bottom line is focus on who said that? Focus on the messenger. No, focus on the message, not the messenger. And if the message said, thou don't kill, don't murder, don't steal, don't invade, don't have a Pentagon, just defend only, don't offend, then do that. It reminded me, Friedhelm, of, you want me to use your Friedhelm name? You want me to use your real name? It's weird. It's like you got a club in the club name. It's like we're hanging out at the club, you're talking to women, like, am I supposed to use your name or your club name? I don't know, do you really like this girl, or do you know? Oh, I'm gonna tell man secrets. You don't do that. I don't do that no more. When I was young and stupid, y'all, I don't do that no more. I don't even go to club. I ain't been in the club in 10 years. I don't do that childish stuff no more. Yeah, I'm fine if you do. I just don't do it. What you said reminds me of Tesla, you know, where he was trying to give the death energy weapons to everybody as a defensive capability, because if everybody had them, he knew there would be no more war. By the same token, I think that every nation should have nukes. I do. I still believe that. I've not changed my belief. I think Iran should have nukes, because I know you won't invade them if they have them. I think that Iraq should have them. I mean, like, we live in a time now where any nation can end the world. They don't actually have to get the nuke to your country. All they got to do is blow it up. They can destroy the ecosystem of the planet. And I think when all nations all have the same power, because nations don't exist anymore, when all the faking leaders all have the same power, they can't fake these wars anymore. They can't fake conflicts. They can't get you involved in something, because they don't, you know, the opposing side doesn't have to send a nuke. All they got to do is blow 100 nukes up in their country, and the world comes to an end. That means then we have to respect each other. And that's a horrible word, isn't it? It means we can't kill your generals when they're trying to create world peace, when they're trying to stabilize what we're trying to destroy and steal. So I agree with that. But religion is a problem. Religion's a problem because it's not an evolving thing. I like religions. I like religious people who evolve. They let their God be great. I don't like that. I'm a little weird with the ones that the God is in the book, right? The God can't change. I like scientific religion. That's what I like, because I like science, and I do like religion. I love scriptures. I love that stuff. I think there's truth there. I think they're just both two different attempts at trying to find what's true. One, it was said a long time ago by ancient people who couldn't understand what they were looking at, quantum physics and chemistry and biology and nature. And then you got science, which never should be settled, like religion should never be settled. And God kind of told you that when God said it had an infinite brain and you got a finite one. It had an infinite brain, you got monkey brains. So they're the same thing to me. But you got to keep evolving. Like, as you learn more about your scriptures and you realize they're not root scriptures, that they were copies of copies, and you realize, I think I got like 3 copies deep before I was like, oh wow, we don't know nothing. Because I was in the Bible. Like, okay, that came from the Sumerian text and the Assyrian text, and it came from the Naga text, and then it came from some geoglyphs, and then they found, and they're saying that those scriptures are even, obviously they were copies of some root religion, still going back even further. It's just like, y'all, we just don't know. We don't know. So it's okay to be a religion. I think there should be 7 billion different religions, but the key is everybody's worshiping that same God thing that creates the universe, and that could be quantum physics. It could be the Planck line. It could be, you have no idea what God is. It's not worth a war. It's not worth conflict and It's not worth legislation to force other people to be like me. What do I know? All right. Doesn't that owl face look like the apple core half split? Yeah, it kind of looks like a heart, but don't believe it. Who's that, Brother Michael? Don't believe it. The owls are murdery bastards. Owls are like tabby cats. In fact, owls might be nicer than tabby cats. Owls might, because the tabby cat, let's think about that. If you die, who will eat you faster, your cat or the owl? I think your cat eats you faster. I don't think it's Rebecca here. She's gonna be mad at me. I think the cat would eat you faster. I think the cat would just like breathe in your face. Y'all remember the movie Christine? I think the cat would get on your bed and no breath coming out your mouth. The cat, all right, it's lunchtime. Start eating your nose. The owl, I think, would be a little suspicious. The owl would just kind of look in the window and just be like, whoo, whoo. It might actually get in. Anyway, besides, owls aren't to blame for like the billions of birds that get murdered by tabby cats. It's not gonna be an anti-cat thing, but you know, we just went there. Anyway, good morning, Angela. I got to go. Can we get like a last comment or two so I can be bye-bye? Kids actually knew that before mandatory schooling. Irony. Yes, the kids always knew we used to have an education system before we got an indoctrination system. Ty knows that very well. What was our education system based on? The Hungarian prison system or the Hungarian military? I forgot which one. I was like, this is education. And now we need a Department of Military-based Education prison system from Hungary. That makes a whole lot of sense. Line the kids up. If kids hate school, they shouldn't have to go. That's how my mind works. Because they're not going to want to be educated. You're forcing them like you're forcing these people to work on plantations. That's slavery. And yoga is for everybody. There's a thick black yogini teacher, yoga. She's my hero. And yes, yoga is for everybody, Deborah. People need to focus on oneness. They need to think about everybody. We can help everybody, think about everybody. Yes, the movie Psycho, Patricia. In the movie Psycho, they were driving in the car and that lady had that look in her eyes, about to murder all of us. She was driving the car. I think she was in The Birds too. I think she had the same crazy-eyed lady look. But nobody's driving this. This is just greed. It's greed and in-state capitalism just running amok. And war is our industry and pharmaceuticals are our industry. And so nobody's driving. You just have billionaires fighting over the control of a lost nation that does politics for ego. All right. Gerard, come to Georgia. I'm not coming to Georgia, Susan. Not yet, Susan. No, I ain't coming down here. I don't, you know what I can tell people? Like you like police. I don't know the Georgia police. I don't know one police in Georgia, Susan. I don't know no popo there. I know my popo. I tell people all the time, I was telling the brother yesterday, I support my popo. You know why I support my popo? Because they're good guys and gals, and I know them, and I talk to them. I don't support police because the police are part of the police state, but I support mine because they know me, I know them, and they're good people, and they ain't on YouTube beating people up. There might be some police. I think I ain't seen a video from Georgia police. I don't know. They might be down there beating people up. I don't like to go nowhere I ain't never been. I live in a police state. I understand where I am. I don't blame police at all. Hey, bus. I'm trying to drive somewhere. I want to go get where I'm going. I don't want nobody pulling me over with some lights and stuff with guns and weapons and papers, please. No. I like safety. I can't. Once you got a Stargate and y'all can just go through that Stargate, Susan, out here in Georgia, that's when I'm gonna start traveling. But until then, no. I stay where it's safe, where my popo. I support my police. Your police could be killing, murderers, child shooting people in handicap. Handicapped chair bastards. All right. No good cops. Stop it, Friedhelm. There are many good cops. Remember, the police are just the kids who wanted to save us, y'all. They're just the ones who wanted to be the heroes as kids. Now, once again, don't blame the side effect. Don't blame the messenger. Blame the message. The police just want to save people. These are the kids who wanted to be the heroes. They didn't write their job. Like the president, same thing. Trump, he didn't write what the job of the president is. People believe that, but that's not true. Obama didn't get in there and say, this is what I'm going to do to the world billionaires and trillionaires, the people that got all the power. They didn't do that. They just got in like, oh, here's the job. What's the job? Lie to Americans, start wars, make people hate them, create terrorism, poison the water, poison the food, write legislation to subsidize everything that the poor people don't want, take their rights anywhere, they give them to you, and keep the side divided. It's right down the middle, Democrats and Republicans, and that way if they fight each other, they can't actually solve anything. Make an emotional fight and ego, so we don't have to pay them nothing, and they won't stop voting, and we don't have to do nothing for them. That's the job. That's the job, and it will continue to be the job as long as people are blaming police, blaming politicians, blaming the doctors, blaming the mailman, attacking the mail, acting like dogs in the mailman show. As long as we keep doing that, the system won't ever change, because the system was literally designed to get you to attack the patsy. That's my stance. Anyway, how they going? Come to New Jersey, so much toxic waste. Whoa, you'll start itching and sneezing as soon as you cross the bridge. I believe it. I believe, and Susan ain't lying, because I didn't cross that bridge. I believe, I know. You ain't got to tell me. You cross that bridge and all the fumes start rising out that water. I forgot the name of it. You can see it in the distance, like you drive in at Christmas time and they got the lights on the bridge and you see that glow. I forgot the name, the Susquehanna, whatever. You see the glow over the bridge, like, oh, they put Christmas lights up and it's all glowing. Oh, it's so pretty. Like, nope, that's just oligarchy. They poison the water, killing fish. That's all they doing. All right, how they going? They're giving people cancer. All right, y'all have a great day. This is Gerard. Listen, remember who we are. Focus on who we are. This war, the killings, the shooting, the assassination, they got nothing to do with Trump. He is not a hero and he is not a demon. He is a guy in a chair who the system needs you to keep talking about as a patsy so you don't change any damn thing. I think we need to change something. That's what I'm thinking about. But anyway, how you going? Y'all have a great day. Gerard, love y'all to death. I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Woo. Focus on who we are. Woo.
I got called in by an officer on the Joint Staff who told me that, he said, you know, we're going to invade Iraq. I said, but why? And he said, I don't know. He said, I guess because we don't know what else to do. But in fact, the why of it went back a decade to the spring of 1991. It went back to the argument inside the Republican Party about whether or not the Gulf War should have ended with the capture of Baghdad and the overthrow of Saddam Hussein. And in 1991, when I talked to Secretary Wolfowitz, you know, he said, we didn't get rid of Saddam Hussein, and we should have. He said, we've only got 5 or 10 years to clean up the Middle East. These old Soviet surrogate regimes like Syria and Iraq, get rid of them before the next superpower comes along to challenge us. We didn't foresee that we'd actually be using force aggressively to change regimes. And it appeared full-blown after 9/11. And somehow, in the minds of the American people, the attack run by Osama bin Laden, based out of Afghanistan, became part of Saddam Hussein. And
hang on, we found something. Encore. Oh, Jasmine, you're right. You can't find the video anymore. Ew, that's interesting. They scrubbed the internet. Look at that. No, it's there. Hang on. I can find it. They scrubbed it. Oh, I love it. Because that's the wrong. See, this is a new video of him going through extra explanations. It wasn't the flat out one. No, this is different. Oh, I like it when you get them. No, I think it's down here. RT still got it. RT has the original.
Don't worry about
Look at this.
Iraq.
This is what I want everybody
Iran.
to listen to.
I knew one.
I'm sorry. I enjoyed that they actually are into, because of what I searched for Wesley Clark wars. And all the first couple videos were further explanations. They weren't the flat out in your face one that your government's lying, murders, but they get to everybody. So I think he's done some sense, but people are putting the evidence together. That's why it's important to keep your videos. Eventually, this last one on RT will be gone.
Why? Because I'd been through the Pentagon right after 9/11.
Oh, I'm so glad to see
10 days
that.
after 9/11, I went through the Pentagon and I saw Secretary Rumsfeld and Deputy Secretary Wolfowitz. I went downstairs just to say hello to some of the people on the Joint Staff who used to work for me, and one of the generals called me and he said, "Sir, you gotta come in. You gotta come in and talk to me a second." I said, "Well, you're too busy." He said, "No." He says, "We've made the decision. We're going to war with Iraq." This was on or about the 20th of September. I said, "We're going to war with Iraq. Why?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "I guess they don't know what else to do." So I said, "Well, did they find some information connecting Saddam to Al-Qaeda?" He said, No. He says, "There's nothing new that way. They just made the decision to go to war with Iraq." He said, "I guess it's like we don't know what to do about terrorists, but we've got a good military and we can take down governments." And he said, "I guess if the only tool you have is a hammer, every problem has to look like a nail." So I came back to see him a few weeks later, and by that time we were bombing in Afghanistan. I said, "Are we still going to war with Iraq?" And he said, "Oh, it's worse than that." He said, he reached over on his desk, he picked up a piece of paper, and he said, I just got this down from upstairs," meaning the Secretary of Defense's office today, and he said, "This is a memo that describes how we're going to take out 7 countries in 5 years, starting with Iraq and then Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and finishing off Iran." I said, "Is it classified?" He said, "Yes, sir." I said, "Well, don't show it to me."